Good morning and welcome into Hometown today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski back in the Daily Dodge studio with you this morning with the man Cale Zomer himself up in the WBEV studios making us sound good. Hometown today is presented by Professional Floor Covering and McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Well, let's talk a little bit about Professional Floor Covering this morning. They are locally owned. Randy and his team are here to help you design that perfect space. Over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, window finishings, you name it, they got it. It's so much more than floors. Wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. That floor, though, man, you can get anything from carpet, hardwood, laminate, LVP, tile, stone, area rugs. Choose from the many types, styles, and brands of flooring. Randy and his team will come out to measure, provide suggestions on a type of flooring, and meet your price points at your budget. Professional Floor Covering and Abbey Design Center. You can find them at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam, or you can find them online at proflr.com. And this morning, we're very excited. We're going to be joined by Alan Mantle. This word has been bothering me all day. Parliamentarian?
That's the title.
Parliamentarian for the Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association. Alan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing really well, and I'm pretty excited, too. I'm up on your website right now. We got a big event coming up here in just about 2 weeks. Saturday, June 7th, the Fishing Fund for 2025. What exactly is it? This is going to be my first time around this event.
Well, it's an event. It coincides annually with the free fishing weekend. You don't need a fishing license. DNR suspends it for the day, and it's in hopes that more people get involved with fishing and get out on the water and enjoy our resources.
So it doesn't cost any money. I can go out to the lake with
Correct.
my own rod and I'm good to go?
Yep, for that day.
For that day. That's important to know, too. So is there any rules that we need to be aware of if, hey, I've got my Pittsburgh license on me. I don't got the Wisconsin one
No,
yet.
you need a Wisconsin license. It's not like driving. You can't bounce from state to state with a home state driver's license or a fishing license.
Absolutely.
So you need to get a Wisconsin license. You can get that online. DNR's got a pretty user-friendly website. I mean, if I can figure it out, anybody can.
Well, that sounds like you and I are going to be in lockstep on that.
And you can get them in a lot of places, Fleet Farm and so forth. They're easy to get.
Yeah, and if for this day anyways, if you go out there and you don't have it, you're a little unfamiliar with rules, how's the catch and release program work? Is it everything catch and release for this day?
You can catch and release, or you can keep whatever fish you catch as long as it's within the rules and regulations. We'll provide you with a copy of the fishing guidelines for the fishing rules for Wisconsin on that day.
Oh, perfect. Well, I was going to say, then I'll have to get my license right after and make it kind of a full circle, be ready for the rest of the 364 days. But the Fishing Fun event, how long has this been going on for?
I think we're about 15 years into it. I took over when I got on the board of directors and took over as kind of the events coordinator. And it's an annual event. Like I said, it's on the free fishing day, and it gives youth from 4 to 12 an opportunity to come in and learn some different aspects about fishing and hopefully fall in love with it like everybody else has.
Yeah, it seems like it's obviously such a backbone and staple in this community. Everything to do with that lake is. For this event, where exactly do people go and when do they want to get there?
It's at Edgewater Park, just off of Highway 33, just north of town. Registration or check-in starts at 8:30, and we like to kick things off about 9:15. But it's really important that you pre-register because we are limited to 100 participants. A few years ago, we went up to 120 and started getting a little hard to control, so we backed it off to 100 participants. Last year we actually had 94, so we came pretty close to our max, which is really good. It's a very successful day, and we're pretty excited about it.
So this is going to be at Edgewood Park. You said right off of Highway 33. What time do people need to get there?
We hope to get people there by 8:30 to start registering.
Okay.
And we got a couple of the members that take care of registration and get things going.
And you mentioned pre-registering is important for this. So
Correct.
Can they do that through your guys' website?
Absolutely. It's BDLIA.org, or you can call in at 356-1200. You can also email request at info@bdlia.org with your child's name, age, and company adult phone number and email address.
Well, and it looks like a website that has all kinds of things on it. You can figure out, obviously, who makes this all possible. There's also an opportunity I see on here to volunteer.
Sure. One of our board of directors members, Steve Hughes, he kind of coordinates our volunteers. Obviously, our activities can't get done without volunteers. Nobody's paid for their time, so everything's run by volunteers. And there are certain events that need more volunteers than others. This one is one of them. We need help in the spring and fall with buoy deployment and retrieval. That's usually a full day, and the more the merrier. More hands, light work thing.
Yeah, absolutely. More hands, less work. I like that. And we're again joined with Alan Mantle, the parliamentarian for the Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association. You just mentioned the buoys going up. That was, just this past week, I think you were telling me?
I think it was like 2 weeks ago we got the buoys in. We were able to purchase a new to us used pontoon boat that we've converted to a work boat with an electric winch that helps us get the buoys in because they're pretty heavy, especially when the big cinder block at the bottom of the lake is all caked with mud and silt. And so it's a full day. We bring them in. We store them out at the Waterworks Park. City Beaver Dam Parks maintenance folks are great about helping us, and we store them there. We clean them there, and in the spring we put them out. In the fall we bring them in.
And that's just as simple. Again, Lake Novice here for you. The buoys out there, is that just to help with the where the water level is at?
Well, there's some areas that are no wake, and some areas that have rocks that we're currently trying to navigate. That you got to get permission from the municipality that has the jurisdiction where the rocks are, and we're working on getting permission to put rock buoys in so people aren't banging their boats into them.
All right, that makes sense. All
right.
right.
The DNR kind of dictates where the buoys go, and we've got a GPS on the boat, and it pretty much tells us where to put them. And it worked out pretty well. We had this is the first year for the newer boat, and it worked out very well for us.
Yeah, smarter man than me. I was going to say I'd be getting lost out there, putting buoys in the wrong spot, and we'd all have problems.
Yep.
Well, Alan Mantle, we're going to take a quick break. We're talking with the Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association ahead of their Fun Fish and Fun event coming up here on just 2 weeks, Saturday, June 7th. We're going to talk more about that on the other side of the break here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and by Professional Floor Covering. Very excited this morning. We are joined by Alan Mantle, the parliamentarian for the Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association. And we have to talk a little bit more about this Fish and Fun event coming up here in just a week and a half. There's a lot of things we haven't even covered yet. These kids are going to be able to leave with some kind of cool little prize here, kind of, so to speak.
Yep. At the end of the day, each participant gets a brand new fishing pole to take home, a couple pieces of tackle, bobber, a couple hooks, and some bait, and hopefully the parents will take them fishing that day.
Yeah.
For the rest of the day.
You get that. I was going to say, you get a free rod when you go out with this, and I was asking during a break, but you're telling me that they're also not going to be responsible for bringing their own bait and tackle either.
No, we provide that.
So again, this is just an opportunity to come out, pre-register. Make sure you do that. There's only 100 possibility spaces available for this. But if you do that, go pre-register. It's a free day of fishing. You get a free rod. You're going to have free bait and tackle too.
Yep.
It's all included.
So what we usually do, there's 8 to 10 different stations. It's a shotgun start at 9:15. Everybody splits up and goes to their assigned station. They spend 10, 12, 15 minutes at that station, and they rotate to the next station. The stations are typically like a casting, fishing games, live bait, artificial bait, taxidermy, fish cleaning, fish identification, invasive species. Drilled
it out. Yeah, that sounded like me. We're good.
Boat safety, and these stations are staffed by again volunteers. And over the years, we've actually brought a couple other organizations in that partner up with us. There's a local organization called CAMO, Kids and Mentoring Outdoors. They provide in the past they've provided 3 members. They staff the taxidermy, live bait and artificial bait stations. Tripke Taxidermy in Fox Lake, he shows a lot of his taxidermy stuff and helps with the fish identification. Sheriff's Department, they bring out their boat and talk about boating safety, and of course we're in partnership with the DNR with this too. They provide a lot of materials to hand out to the kids.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So this is an opportunity for how long does this event actually go throughout the day?
We're usually wrapped up by noon.
Okay.
So it's only 3 hours.
Yeah, but that's 3 hours that you're going to be able to learn a bunch of these different skills, get to have an idea whether or not these kids want to pursue fishing. And again, you get a rod at the end of the day too. So
can't beat that.
You can't beat that. And you can go again to BDLIA.org and you can register there and make sure you do that before you go over there. But Alan, we have a on your website, I wanted to flip back over. You have a Venn diagram up there with the Beaver Dam Lake District, and I would like to know what you guys do together, what you guys are separated. They're very similar names. What is the difference between the two of you?
Sure. A few years ago, the voters voted for a referendum for organizing Beaver Dam Lake District. We are the Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association. We're a 501c3 volunteer group. We do fundraising, and it's basically we're more concerned with engaging the community, supporting education input, and promoting use of the lake. Whereas the Lake District is an actual taxing body, a governmental, quasi-governmental organization, and they can create ordinances and last year we had a high water event, and they had a no wake, high water, no wake situation going on, and we caught a lot of phone calls about it. The Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association,
and you're like, that's for them.
And that's not our baby. We have no lawmaking authority or anything like that. We're more of not a social group, but we're fundraising and trying to help out with promoting the lake, whereas they can work with the sheriff's department and get the no wake thing enforced and other things. But and they have a better ability to acquire grants for lake improvement, shoreline restoration, things like that.
Well, if that's the differences, what are the importances of being able to work together with each other in this situation?
Well, we work together with the other state agencies, the DNR. We got some kids from the University of Wisconsin that are doing some research, and we're helping them bring them out on the lake with our boat. And not quite sure what they're doing, but I volunteered to be the boat captain on a couple of the days, so I'm sure I'll get it figured out. But promoting just healthy water, healthy soil, responsible lake management.
Absolutely. So working together, obviously, it very much a benefit there. And I know we still have about 4 or 5 minutes now. I'd love to ask you again about this fish and fun event that is coming up on the 7th of June. Well, what would you say? Because if kids aren't sure if they want to get involved with fishing, or parents I don't know if they have the time, why is this event something that they have to be there for?
Well, it's an excellent opportunity to get out in the outdoors, learn about fishing. It's pretty much cost neutral to you. We're taking care of everything. Where we get the money to buy the fishing poles is we have an annual fundraising banquet that Ninja is intimately familiar with. He helps them see it, and we make pretty decent money to put back into the lake. We obtained a lot of donations from the community. Folks Foundation, Caravan Trailers helped us out with a trailer for the boat. So we got actually a pretty rugged boat, and it didn't cost us a lot of money, the fundraised money. So we again buy the stuff for the fish and fun and other things for that's what your donations go for, and the banquet. So but the Fish and Fun Day, it's rain or shine. Last year we started out dry and finished very wet. So come on out. It's a good event, and again, rain or shine, come on, share the misery if it's raining. But it's a good time either way. But rain or shine, pre-register is important. If you miss the registration and you want to take a chance, if we've got some open slots, we'll try to accommodate you, but no guarantees. We gotta shut it off at 100.
Yeah, 100. So make sure that pre-registration is so important, and you can do that at BDLIA.org. And again, this is less than 2 weeks away. June 7th is sneaking up on us.
It is sneaking up very quickly.
Very quickly indeed. So make sure that you aren't left in the cold, so to speak. Make sure that you go and pre-register. But again, you mentioned the buoys you put in a couple weeks ago. You have this Fish and Fun event that's coming up here in just over a week. What other things does the BDLIA do throughout the year?
Well, we work with the Lake Days or Best Dam Fest folks. In the past we've had a paddle fest where we showcase paddle sports in conjunction with Parks and Recreation at Waterworks Park, cardboard boat regatta, and pontoon boat rides where we take people out for like a 15-minute cruise and show them a very small portion of the lake, but can't get very far in 15 minutes. But that's kind of on hold right now because the Best Dam Fest isn't being held this year. We're trying to maybe work with other organizations and maybe have a Sunday where we have a cardboard boat regatta and the pontoon boat rides. But we'll see how that pans out, and we'll get that information out if we decide to do that.
Might be a stupid question. People are probably rolling their eyes at home right now. The cardboard boat regatta. Help me understand a little bit about what this. I hear about this all the time, and I don't know what it is.
Well, it's predominantly for kids, I believe. I've only witnessed it twice, but the groups are given X amount of sheets of cardboard. McKinstry's furniture helps us. They save the Lazy Boy boxes and pretty rugged cardboard, and they got X amount of minutes to build a boat, and they get a roll or two of duct tape, and they got to go out past the buoy and come back, and it's pretty entertaining. Some of the prizes are the Titanic Award.
The Titanic Award.
That's the first one to sink, or most spectacular sinking.
The most spectacular sinking. I imagine what you're looking for that vertical like the Titanic doing that one.
It's pretty entertaining. Kids
Wow.
have a good time with it.
I believe it. Yeah. So that's the first time. I'm glad I asked because it's one of those I'd heard about it and I'm like, at some point it's almost like I've been here too long. I'm not allowed to ask anymore. So I had to get that in. I felt like I was coming up on the deadline for that. So that's another thing that you guys do. And again, you can follow along on the BDLIA website. Is there anywhere else or anything else that you'd like to highlight today before we have to say goodbye?
One other event we do is just a social gathering at the Thirsty Beaver. People come and we give them a brat and a beer for whatever, a few bucks, and everybody gets a chance to meet some of their neighbors. And again, the Thirsty Beaver's got a few boat tie-up on the pier, so you can come on your boat or by car, either way. So
it's always fun to go over there. So again, keep an eye out. You'll be able to see that on the website, I'm sure, ahead of time. They'll be talking about that there when you guys are going to have that event.
Yep, it should be on the website. If it's not, it will be shortly.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much today for joining us. Alan Mantle, the parliamentarian for Beaver Dam Lake Improvement Association. Good luck with the Fishing Fun event.
Great, thank you.
And I'm excited. I'm going to have to check out the cardboard the boat regatta out there.
It's entertaining.
Sounds like it's going to be. We're going to take a quick break before, on the other side, we're going to be joined by Joan Hohenstein, with Damn Cars and Coffee. That's on the other side of the break here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
studios with Wally Lukashinsky.
Thank you very much, Kale. We appreciate that as always. I'm very excited now. Motorheads out there, this is your time to shine because we are joined by Joan Hohenstein with Damn Cars and Coffee. Joan, it's been a blast already talking with you during the break. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing great.
Well,
Great.
I'm doing pretty great too. I have this flyer in front of me right now, and a lot of people out there, you can go to your Facebook page to see it as well. We'll be talking about that shortly. But Damn Cars and Coffee, can you tell us a little bit about what this actually is?
Yeah, so it's just a come and go car show. So my son Charlie and Brad Rohde and I used to go to Cars and Coffee down in Lake Mills, and it was a fabulous event. Cars everywhere throughout the city, and it was just really fun. It was a fundraiser for something, but then during COVID, they stopped having it. And anytime we went down there, we're like, we should bring this to Beaver Dam. We should do a Cars and Coffee. So the difference between Cars and Coffee and a car show is that, for one, you don't pay to come. You can come for free to watch, come to free to show your cars, and all cars are welcome, but there's no trophies. It's not all that organized. It's just for people who want to come show their car, whether it's their fancy shiny one or their project or a rusty one. All cars are welcome, and you just sit and visit with other car enthusiasts. Or, as you said, if you know nothing about cars, you can come and learn. It's just everyone is on an equal basis at the car show.
So it's
so
like
cool.
less of like that competition feel, and it's
Right.
more of a car celebration.
Yeah.
And an opportunity for people to learn and people to share their passion with other people that have that similar passion. And for people like me, I told you during the break, I'm a 21st century man. I failed my father. I can love looking at cars. I love it, but I don't know much about it. You go to an event like this, these people are going to be fired up to tell you about their car, and you're going to learn a lot of things too.
If you want to learn, they'll share it with you.
That's
Yep.
fantastic.
And if you want to just look, yeah.
And this is happening right down the road with our friends over at Hometown Glass and Improvement. So you have no excuse. You have 3 events this summer too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is our 3rd year, and we always do it the first Sunday of June, July, and August. So this Sunday is our first one, 8 a.m. to 11, and it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. It's just like today. Today's 70% chance of rain today, and I mean, it's beautiful and sunny outside.
That's fine. I was just saying, let
I
us
like
get
that kind of rain.
When we get the rain in the middle of the week, we can live with that.
Yeah.
Just leave our weekends alone.
Right.
Leave Sunday 8 to 11 a.m. alone. And you said it, the first Sunday of each month of June, July, and August. This is the 3rd year you guys have been doing this. For people that maybe have gone to ones in the past, is it going to be very similar to those? Is it going to be a little different? How's that look?
It's about the same. It grows every time, which is nice. Sometimes it's the same cars. Sometimes it's usually a core of the same, but then lots of different ones because people can't come all the time. And it's just growing. We have a food truck, so I can't remember the name, something Fountain. It's a Mexican food truck coming. And then we also have the vendor market. And so it's Cars and Coffee. So the coffee part is next door at Higher Grounds. And then the cars are on the parking lots all along Highway 33 there. And there's a vendor market up by Higher Grounds as well. So when you're done looking at the cars, you can go through and get some crafts, home goods. There's probably some jams, jelly kind of farmers market things, but we got you covered.
Yeah, so you can have a ton of fun with your passion with your cars. You can get some good coffee, good food, and support some local business at the same time.
Yep.
It's the dream. That's what I'm
It's the
talking
dream.
about.
It's the dream.
I got a weird. I don't think it's a weird caveat, but if we're talking cars, you're obviously a car person. Do you have a favorite one that you've grown up with, where you're like, whether it be something you're like, I want this one day, or it's just like that's my favorite. Every time I see it, it brings joy to me.
Yeah. So our family we lean towards Galaxies, Ford Galaxies, and Mustangs.
Okay, sure.
Those are our favorites. Yeah. I want to be the little old lady in the little red Falcon. Yeah, so that's when I have my eye on, a 64 Falcon. Right now I have a 64 Ranchero in my garage that will probably come to the show that I picked up last fall, which is funny little story in itself. But yeah, so those are kind of our passion.
That's unbelievable. Well,
Yeah.
we're happy that third year that you guys are doing this now, and it sounds like it keeps growing. You have 3 opportunities this year. Again, first Sunday in June, July, August. Those dates are June 1st, July 6th, and August 3rd. Where can people find your Facebook page in case they want to see this flyer or see anything else that you guys are doing with this?
Yeah, you can just search on Facebook for Damn Cars and Coffee, and there's also Damn Cars and Coffee vendor event.
Oh, that's
So
perfect.
you
There's
can-
2.
there
I
are
didn't
2,
get the other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
See, this is why I'm glad that we got you in here. We got to
Yeah.
flush out all these questions
All
that
the
we have
details.
for you. And then
Yeah.
you can also go back and re-watch this interview on Daily Dodge, the YouTube page, and you can hear all of those details again there as well. But so with this event, how have you grown it through the years? Where, I guess, did this idea come from for you?
So this was my Leadership Beaver Dam project in 2023. And because, like I said, we were wanting to bring a Cars and Coffee here. And with Leadership Beaver Dam, everyone's encouraged to do a project. And so I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. Bring business customers to the businesses in town and support the car community. The cheeseheads no longer do the big car show in the park anymore, so people were looking for car shows, and this is just a nice relaxed one, come and go. So that's what started it, was our passion, and then the opportunity through Leadership Beaver Dam.
I think that the Leadership Beaver Dam program is becoming one of my favorite things in this town. The fact that I love that they kind of funnel you, say, follow your passion and go and make a project that you want to be a part of, instead of, all right, well, this is what you're doing. Now I'll just put on a brave face and go. I can feel how excited you are to talk about this. And this has been 3 years removed from the Leadership Beaver Dam course.
Right. We're pretty proud that we keep doing it, and it keeps growing. And yesterday I was at Lipstick with my son, and we were handing out postcards to the people showing their cars there. And I heard so many comments that, oh yeah, I've been there. Oh, this is a good show. So word of mouth is growing, and we're established as a good show, and it's just fun for all ages, and again, all makes and models.
A great way to kick off your Sunday morning, too. Like you said, whether it's just right after church, whether you want to go out for brunch after or whatever, this is a great way to go out, maybe introduce some young kids into possibly another passion for them and funnel them into cars.
Yeah, and some of the cars are able, you can touch them. I'm like, ooh, I got touch that patina.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of that person, too. I need
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I can't be trusted just to stand
Right.
there. So I
No.
gotta be careful on this.
I got to keep my hands in my pockets. But
Yep.
there are a couple, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's got a race car, a little sprint racer that he would let kids sit in, and it was like these little kids just get these giant eyes. And
Saucer
they
eyes.
get to sit in a race car, and it was just cool. And he got to share his passion and be encouraged by that. So it's just a great event.
Well, Jonah, is there anything else that we might have missed on, or do you really want to touch on before we wrap up today?
I just want to say, come on out. If you can stay for 10 minutes, if you can stay the whole time, if you're a spectator, if you have a vehicle to show, just come on out and check it out. And if you can't stop or just driving by, squeal your wheels and give a shout, and just join us when you can.
Absolutely. Come out, an opportunity to be around some other motorheads, as you like to say there. And you get to learn, you get to see some things that you probably don't get to see every day. So this is a really cool opportunity for you. Make it a family outing. It'll be a fun time.
Exactly. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Joan, thank you so much for joining us today with Damn Cars and Coffee. Again, Sunday, June 1st, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. over at Hometown Glass and Improvement. Hopefully we have plenty of people over there for you. It's going to be a fun time.
It will be. Yep.
All right. Well, Joan, thank you so much. We're going to step aside for our final break today, and Kayla and I are going to come back and let you know what's going on in the area here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering, also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Wally Lukashenski and Cale Zomer here for you. And Cale, first of all, you're the man. Thank you as always for doing everything that's the hard stuff behind the scenes that make me not look like a complete moron down here. What's going on in your world, Cale?
Well, before we talk about a couple things going on, I got a question for you after our conversation with Joan there for Damn Cars and Coffee. You asked her about her favorite car, so I'm going to ask you, what's the dream car for you?
God, can I give you kind of like a caveat where I cheat a little bit, where I tell you if I got to pick a car, I'd probably pick one for my dad because he has like an actual hardcore passion car. I think his, and this shows how like lack of car guy Wally is, I think his was the 67 GTO with the stacked headlights.
Okay, not bad.
I was going to say, if I had to pick one, I think I would get one for him by proximity, because for me, it's like the nice car. That one, the one that works good. That's the car I like.
All right, fair enough. I can accept that one.
How about you? Do you have a dream car? I feel like you have to. You were excited about this question.
Yeah, I do. There is one car that I have promised myself if I ever win the lottery, I ever hit the jackpot, I'm going to hunt this one down. It's a very specific vehicle. It is a 1966 Shelby Cobra 427 Super Snake.
That's right. You told us about this.
It is one of only two ever made, and the second one is no longer in existence. It was parted out, so this is the only one in existence, and it was built for Carroll Shelby specifically. It sold several years ago down at Barrett Jackson auction for like $500,000, $1 million, something like that. Gentleman out in like Arizona has his own like private little classic car museum. So as far as I know, he's got it. But if I ever hit the lotto, I'm going to be hunting that one down. It's a beautiful Shelby blue. I mean, just gorgeous vehicle. So
well,
yeah,
we got to start getting those scratch-off tickets then, Cale. I'm rooting for you, man.
I know I'm going to have to start hitting the lotto. But, hey, as far as other stuff going on around the area, Wally, I know yesterday we talked with Diana Ogle, who was over there in Juneau, one of the many folks affected by the tornadoes here just about 2 weeks ago. And a lot of folks in the Juneau, Mayville areas. And one of the other ones we know of for sure is the Schwant family. We know them from our poker runs. And they lost a lot of their farm. If you saw the pictures of the collapsed silo, that's the Schwant family, obviously majorly impacted. And Pizza Ranch here in Beaver Dam is stepping up, wants to help out a little bit, and they're going to have a community impact fundraiser tomorrow all day. It's usually at night, but they're going to go all day. So tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., 10% of all sales and 100% of all cash tips at Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam are going to be donated to the Schwant family to help with their recovery. So really nice of Beaver Dam Pizza Ranch to do that. So make plans for lunch and or dinner tomorrow over there at Pizza Ranch and help out the Schwant family.
No, that's a great one, and huge shout out to not only Pizza Ranch but to those servers and stuff too, willing to donate their cash tips to that. I think speaks a lot to this area, and very special and very cool. So Make sure it's a good time to get some pizza, Cale.
Agreed. Also, have you been working on your wax on, wax off arm work for the big car wash for the kids coming up?
That's what it's all about. I was going to say, it's that time of year. I'm already down here waxing on and waxing off right now. It looks like a bad dance move, Cale.
That's all right. The car wash for the kids is going to be coming up not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, June 7th. Noel's Angel Walk is putting that on, the Smith family. We appreciate them organizing that. So that's going to be on Saturday, June 7th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Over at Tower Lanes in Beaver Dam. And I love how it works. No set price. You just come in, you make a donation you think is fair, and then you get the car all washed up and shiny and new, looking good for the summer. And then it's all ready to go for the, you'll be too late for the first Damn Cars and Coffee, but then it'll be all clean and ready to go for the next Cars and Coffee in July.
Yeah, July 6th isn't far away. Get that car clean. Make sure you're going over there for that as well. But great call on that, Cale.
Yeah, exactly. So that's Saturday, June 7th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. At Tower Lanes in Beaver Dam. And then the very next day, we'll be headed down to Thirsty Beaver on Madison Street in Beaver Dam. They're going to be hosting a big meat raffle for the Good Comer Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. That's going to start at 2 p.m. So come on out, grab a cold beverage, get in on the big meat raffle. You can walk away some good meat for grilling. Stock up for the summer for your grilling.
Oh, yeah. Get yourself a pop. Go over, get yourself a steak, maybe some ribs, maybe a tenderloin. There's a lot that you're going to be able to opportunity to get there. Anytime you get over to Thirsty Beaver, it's a good time. But then there's meat raffle on top of it. I mean, there's no excuses.
Exactly.
You got to be there, Kale.
Exactly. Got to be there. That's all I got for you, pal.
Well, thank you, Kale, as always, for filling us in on what's going on in the area. We're going to make sure we remind you guys of plenty of that tomorrow, too, when we're back here on Hometown Today. Same time, same place. You got Justin the Ninja Wilski coming up next, talking with New Med on taking care of business. That's next after the break here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
The weather is warming up, so kick back in your